Hello, welcome to my channel. Thank you for stopping by. Well, today I'm going to be working on one of Margarete Miller's 50 prompts, and I will try to link to her video about this if I can find it. It's been there for several months, so I'm not sure, but I'll try. But she has 50 prompts that you can download. They look like a ticket with one prompt on each one. So this week I am on animal, and I have not done this since last year, so that is not staying in there. It must be worn out. I have to turn them slowly or they don't like it. Okay, this is the one we need. You know what I could have done? Duh, I'll do it next time. Just go to the back. Sometimes I'm slow. Okay, that is the last one that I did. Now my cover's coming off. Goodness gracious. Okay, and then we need one out of my little... I had to take these out because it was just too thick. So we need to cover these two sides. Alright, and for this one I kind of do both sides the same and kind of work on them. I'm going to cut off this right here, and it looks like last time I did this I did the wrong side and had to punch, but that's okay, we'll cover that up today. I'm gonna leave those there and hopefully I can work around it. If not, I'll cut them. So I just have some papers here to collage with, and I also want to pick a plaid. So I'm going to show you. This is my animal. Isn't he cute? He came out of, where's the book? What did I do with the book? I don't know where the book. Right here. He came out of this book. Once Upon a Time, Childcraft. This is not my favorite Childcraft, but it's got, somebody wanted $30 for 16 of these. I didn't pay that. I only got the one. I was going to tell you the year, because the year makes a difference on, like the very, very first ones, there's really cute things in them. 1986 edition. But this one isn't terrible. It's just not my favorite. I have some other ones that I just absolutely love. I think I picked this one up because it had Pooh in it. I'm pretty sure it's got Alice in Wonderland, but I think it's got Winnie the Pooh. It had Peter Pan. There's Pinocchio, wasn't it? Was that Pinocchio? Yep. There, Winnie the Pooh. I thought so. There's some cute. Oh, it's got Beatrix Potter too. But anyway, this is the book, and it's cute. It's just not my favorite one. This is the first time I've used it. Okay, so a plaid to go with our dog. I just thought that he needed a plaid. He reminds me, it kind of reminds me of my grandpa. It makes me think of a kind of a distinguished elderly man who would be sitting in his library with his pipe after a long hard day's work. So what do we want? Maybe have his plaid dinner coat on, you know? That just kind of, I think it's the pipe that makes me go there. I kind of wanted a smaller plaid, but I don't know if I have any. And this is the only thing I have that has plaids. Now that one might not be too bad, except for that one's good. I like that one. Let me see. Oh, look. Aha. I should have started at the front. Okay. So, what do I want to cover these with? I think I will cover one with this one and one with this one, but I need to get the white off of this one first. And I just went through my file that I have of digital backgrounds that I've printed. I'm trying not to print right now because I went over my monthly allowance and I'm well into my saved up ones, so trying not to print. I had to print my return form because I don't know if you saw the video, but I tried out a new camera, video camera from Amazon. Whoa, the sound was ridiculous. It was awful. So it is going back, and I had to print 3 pages just for that. I thought that was ridiculous. Now the last time, I don't return anything very often. I've probably only returned a handful of times, but I did not too long ago. I cannot remember why. But I didn't have to print anything for that. It gave me a QR code to take to the UPS store and for them to scan and print. But this time, I had to print it. It didn't have a QR code. I thought that was weird. The other time, I just had to show him my phone and that QR code, and I scanned it, and he said, "All right, we'll take care of it," and I was out of there. Okay, where do I want this? I think I'll put it right in this corner. Oh, I forgot about those flowers. I still maybe be able to cut around. Whoops. I had staples on this page. I must have had to staple. So, I don't remember because it's been so long. Okay, we'll just put this one right down here. Excuse me. That's not a straight cut, so I'm going to scoot it over. Either it's not straight or my paper is not straight. I think it's the cut. Well, I didn't get any of these little ones glued down. Okay, my left thing. It's got glue stuck on it. Okay. Well, I guess the top ones aren't done either. I can see them sticking up, but I got 2 glue coming out of my bottle. I'm going out Dollar Tree tomorrow and I need to get me a new glue towel. I haven't had that one very long, but I used it to clean up a big glue mess I made, and it's full. It's still cheaper than using paper towels all the time, I think. I think I better put the lid on this in between, or it's just going to keep overflowing. That is not stuck down. Now it is. I may not have done that at all. Maybe that's why. I can't remember. I hope I have the fan far enough away from my room. It's blowing in my room, but I put it quite a ways away, so I hope it's not bothering you, but it is so hot in the house today. And, you know, it's still April. We don't want to turn on the air. We like at least a month of having either the air or the heat on. Helps with the bills. I've always been like that. You know, when I was little, hardly anybody had air conditioning. We sure didn't. I remember when my grandpa got his first air conditioned car, and I thought, oh wow. You used to just have to open the wings while you were driving down the road and take it. But I kind of wish I'd never started having air conditioning. When I was little, we lived in a metal trailer. And it had no air conditioning. You talk about hot. But then when my parents got their house remodeled and we moved, we had central air, so. But sometimes I think I'd be better off if I never got used to it. We never had it in school or anything. They do now, but oops, I haven't cut that one out yet. Of course, from the time I could until after I had my first child, I spent every moment I could swimming. So, you know, I didn't feel the heat. We had a rule at our house I had to call time and temperature. That's probably something foreign for some of you. But if it wasn't 70 degrees out, I wasn't allowed to swim. I wonder if I need to empty this. It didn't cut. Yeah, I do. It wasn't punching so well. It was leaving, and the last time I used it, it did too. So I always forget about that. I need to cut just a little bit off of right here. I think I got it all. Why am I having so much trouble? Okay. Okay, so this one goes here, and this one goes here. And now I'm going to tear some off, I think. Well, this is the one I gotta make sure I have done. I think I'll just, like that. I need to do some inking real quick. Get my stuff put up out of my way. Go ahead and ink around this one. Okay, I gotta remember that is the one that this goes on. I can't get a hold of it. Okay, that goes on there. Alright, now this, I think, should I put it there or there? That is upside down, but I don't think it's really gonna matter. But I've got it so thin down here that I'm going to punch most of it out, so I think we'll do that. And right here. I ought to use my other glue. Maybe I'll try this one. Okay. Yep, that's coming out. It's coming out too fast now. Spread that out with my glue tip. And put it on here. I just kind of wanted to do some collage. Alright, and then on that one, we'll kind of do much the same, except I think I will tear it down here. Sorry, I had it close to me and realized you can't even see what I'm doing. And then I'm just going to tear it up here, and I'm going to put this right here. Like that. I'm trying to decide if I want to kind of have it not so straight. I'm not going to ink the top of that because I know, well, maybe I'll go all the way to the top. I think we're jumping straight into summer here, it seems like. It happens a lot. We wait and we wait and we wait for spring, and we get a little peak of spring, and then bam, it's summer. I'll cut those off in a minute. Okay, so I used that paper and I used those. So I need to use this one now. Let's, well, I don't want to do it exactly the same. I was about to. I'll lose that if I'm not careful. Well, it's got the, where you're supposed to cut it out, and I don't know what's wrong with this part. How do I want to do this? I kind of want to peel this up. Can I still? Yes. It's taken the paper underneath with it, but that's no big deal. And then we're just going to go like that and figure out what goes under there where. But I'm going to ink this. And I think I will put it like that. Except for, I'm going to scoot it over some because I don't want it to cover up all of that postmark. I like that postmark there. So I'm going to kind of give it a little mark so I know where my glue goes. And I'm not gluing the whole thing. Okay. So then I planned on going about right here, I think. So now I need to put a little bit of glue right there, and then we'll glue this back down. Okay, let that dry for a minute, and then we'll cut it off. I'm going to get a drink. I'm starting to lose my voice again. Alright, now we can I'm just going to cut it, tear it straight across. And I want to put that like that, I think. Maybe more like that. Let's kind of round this. I don't know what I'm liking here. I don't know that I'm liking it at all. And see, all I'm going to have on top of there is my dog, so that right there is not going to look very well. I don't think I like what I did here. Let's see if I can. I don't like that either. What am I doing? Maybe I just want to do it kind of straight like. There we go. Yeah, we'll put that there. It doesn't need to be that wide, but we'll do it. Let's get some ink on here. went way too far with my glue, I think. I didn't mark the top and bottom. Woo, look at all that glue. Alright, now let's cut this one off. I kind of want to see if I have some washi tape I can put somewhere on here. Oh, there's glue, white glue. I'm going to have to clean my scissors when I'm done. That's okay, I'll get it done. Okay, so we got that side, and it goes like that. What did I just see that I wondered about right there? Okay, so then this one goes like this. So let's punch. Well, my neighbors have started their vehicle again, and apparently they're not leaving, but at least the music isn't thumping. I was hoping that they were leaving and they wouldn't be leaving it running, because they do it for hours on end. Okay, I'll grab my washi tape that I'm thinking of. Okay, this is leaking too. My glue, all my glue is leaking today like crazy. I wonder if it's the heat. Alright, so this side will have our dog, and this side will have our, that's probably just going to go like that. So I'm going to set that off to the side. Well, no, I want to put some tape on it, don't I? I've got this tape here. Excuse me. I've got this one that might work. Oops. I don't know what all that is. Oh, this one might work. Okay, let's set these down here out of the way. And let's see, can I put this somewhere in there? Looks like last time I used it, I tore it. So I could just do that again, couldn't I? And no, let's put this one right there. And then how would I want to put it on there? I kind of want it wider. I'm kind of thinking it can go behind my dog. So then I would want to also, that's what I didn't like about that one, was the straight edge. It wasn't torn. I always decide to do things the super hard way. Okay, and I wonder if I should put some glue on here. Ah! It stuck to my hand instead of staying there like I wanted it to. Okay, and we'll put this way. This way. And my dog can go there. Okay. And this one I'm going to just tear the edge of it. Okay, and then cut it off. Oops, I went below it too. Okay. So, it's all stuck to me. Alright, I don't need that one. Alright, let's put my dog down. Getting way too much glue, it's just coming out. At first it wasn't, and now it's really, really coming out. Okay. Alright, I got fingerprints all over my ticket, but on it goes. I'm not going to print the whole 50 again just because I messed that up. Oops, there. And I could, if I knew where it was at, there it is, right there. I'll do this. Well, I can get some ink on there. Come on. There. Using the side of it seems to work better. Did I not push him down because he doesn't want to stay? Alright, then I have my words. And this is from Small Talk, and I want, if you're lucky enough to be different, never change. I thought that was good for him. Okay, let's put some ink on the edges and then decide where I'm cutting it, but it's easier to ink the longer piece that's all together than the smaller pieces, and then all I have to do is ink the edges where I cut. So I think I'll put, if you're lucky enough, to be different, never change. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna put, where's my tweezers? It's easier with my tweezers, I think. My hands are getting really sticky. I'm gonna put the never change right there, I think, and then put this one here. I think I got glue from my fingers, was stuck to the, because I've got all that glue stuck on my fingers. There we go. And then we'll put this right like that. Oops, I don't like how it is. Well, it still want to stay in there. It's down. It is down. Okay, I'm going to put the lid on this because I don't think I'll need it. And then I'm going to put a little bit of this on. Possibly. There we go. Oh, the thumping, can you hear it? They're leaving, I think. But we must have the thumping. Put that there, and then maybe, oops, be a little bit. I don't want it to be as wide though, I'm going to have to cut it off. There we go. Okay. Nope, I'll just fold it over because I haven't done that side yet. And then on this one, I'm going to put a little bit right there and a little bit right up here to emphasize the tape, that it looks like it's taped. I gotta cut off, I can't fold it around. Okay, and then the last thing I want to do is get some black sprinkles. And I don't want it on his face. So what did I do with my... I don't know what I did with my tape that I was using. Is it Post-it note tape? I'll just take that and put it around him. It's got to be a little bit shorter. There we go. That'll work. One. Oops, I can't move that one over because I'll get glue. I'll get that brown on the back of it and the back of that one. Not brown, the black. I'll get it on the back, and the back is already done. Okay. And I just used Heidi Swap black. Okay, let me move this. Oh, no, 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 don't get black on it. Okay, and then we'll wipe that up and put it in the book. I'll clean this better later. I just want to get it so it's not puddled on there. There we go. Alright. I opened the back of it, you guys. Oops. Yeah, that's right. There we go. I think it came out cute. Well, you have a blessed day, and I'll see you soon. Bye!